it's Ash. So I wanted to make this video to kind of review all of the updates we've gotten so far in New Horizons. We're coming up on New Horizons having its anniversary basically. It's been almost a year since it got released, so I wanted to really go over what all have we received from these updates. Holidays versus everyday gameplay updates. The reason why I wanted to make this is when you compare New Horizons to like New Leaf, we are severely lacking in everyday game content. I made a whole video where I rant about this, you can go check that out in the description, but in this video we're specifically gonna just talk about the updates. And as we go through these updates, I'm not gonna go through the seasonal items that we got with these updates because that's kind of expected with every Animal Crossing game, is that with every holiday or every season there were new seasonal items that you could get. And I'm also not gonna go over the bug fixes because no, we just don't need to go over those. I'm just going to go over the big updates and whether or not they contributed to the holidays or whether they contributed to everyday gameplay. And the reason why I'm dividing the two is because holidays, they only last like a day or two, or maybe even a month, it just depends. But still, that's only one time in the year that we can play those events and be able to get items from them, compared to everyday gameplay where it's like, okay, we're playing every day and that's the content that we are consuming the most of. I love holidays in Animal Crossing. It's one of my favorite things in the whole series because, you know, along with celebrating the holidays in person, you get to also celebrate the holidays in a little world that you've created. But holidays just don't happen every day, so we need a good amount of everyday gameplay content. And to help me keep track, I'm going to use this Blanca head to keep score of what contributed to the holiday events and then what contributed to everyday gameplay. So first off, we get into the 1.0 update. This update came out right as the game came out. It's the first thing that you would download whenever you got the game, and it's for Bunny Day, you know, including Zipper Tea Bunny, anything that was basically Easter themed. So right off the bat, that's one for holidays. Then we get into update 1.2, which is the Earth Day update. This update came with a lot, and it came out a month after the game was released. And in this update, we got Leaf coming to our island maybe once a week, just depends. Then we also got Red coming to our island about the same rate as Leaf. And we also got the museum expansion. Even though Leaf and Red only come maybe on a week to bi-weekly schedule, that's still something that you can expect as you log in every day, just like, oh, who's visiting my island? That's part of the mainline Animal Crossing games, is that you never know who's going to be on your town or island, whatever. And then, of course, the museum expansion, which added the art exhibit, that's also everyday gameplay because we can then collect artwork and add it to the museum every day, basically. So 1, 2, 3. In this 1.2 update, we got 4 different holidays, one being Nature Day, where you got a bonus Nook Miles ticket to go visit Rover, and then also May Day, International Museum Day, and Wedding Season. Wedding Season lasts for a month. I am considering it a holiday because you can only play that event during a specific month. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go from April to the beginning of July. That's when the next update hit, which was 1.3 for the summer update. And in this summer update, we got diving, which is everyday, you know, content. We also got Pascal, who we can run into every day if we find a scallop. And then we also got Gulliver, who is the pirate version of Gulliver, and he adds to the everyday game experience because, again, you never know who's visiting your island that day, and it could be Gulliver. So 1, 2, 3. And then after that update, we shortly got another one at the end of July, which is 1.4, Summer version 2. In this version, we got the fireworks shows that would happen at the end of each week in August, so that's one for holidays. But we can add one to the everyday gameplay because we also got Luna along with her Dream Address abilities. Then we roll into the 1.5 fall update, which happened at the end of September. In this update, we got the Halloween holiday, of course. And along with that, we got the ability to plant crops. Yes, we've been able to grow fruit trees, but never in any Animal Crossing game have we been able to like plant crops and be able to collect like different vegetables from the ground. And you can grow pumpkins all year round, so I'm adding that as an everyday gameplay option. Then we get into the 1.6 winter update. Sorry, my voice is like cutting in and out. For those who don't know, I have vocal cord issues. So with this update, we got Turkey Day and Toy Day. So that's 2 different holidays. 1, 2. And then we also got the expansion to our home storage. So we went from being able to hold 1,600 items in our storage to 2,400 items. And I'm going to include that in the everyday gameplay because if you're like any other Animal Crossing player, you're trying to collect at least one of each item in the game, and you tend to hoard what you actually like. So having an expanded storage system is great, especially with all the seasonal items and such. Yeah, so it's everyday gameplay. Then we got the update for 1.7, which is Festival, and literally that's all it really was. That's all that came in that update. I mean, sure, there was other things that came in there, but nothing that really contributed to everyday gameplay experience or really any other holidays. And then the next 2 versions are the Mario update and then the Sanrio update that we get in a couple of days at the time of this filming. So update 1.8 is the Super Mario 35th anniversary event. I'm not really gonna count this as anything because literally it's just items, and as much as items add to the game, they really do, don't get me wrong. The thing is not everybody's gonna want Mario items. Not everybody cares for Mario, so I would have counted a furniture update if it was like a bunch of regular furniture, or maybe furniture from previous games. Then I would have added it to everyday gameplay because then there's a lot more of a chance that everybody's gonna use those things. But these Mario items, not everybody's gonna use them. And then same with the Sanrio update. Not everybody's gonna want to have Sanrio items. So I'm just not gonna count it as, you know, something that adds to everyday gameplay. However, with the 1.9 Sanrio update, we are getting a few things that add to everyday gameplay. So the Animal Crossing Twitter account tweeted that we will be getting an additional 50 more slots for both sides of our customization app. So we'll be able to have 50 more path designs and 50 more clothes and hat designs. So that's 1 for everyday gameplay. And then they're also releasing a new app that you can log into every day and earn Nook points. And with your Nook points, you can redeem them for New Horizons items. The only reason why I'm counting this is because this is literally something that you can do every day. It says each day you collect Nook points by accessing the app. So I'm only adding it just because of that, and plus you get to, you know, exchange those points for actual items in New Horizons. So it's something else to look forward to each day. That is the only reason why everyday gameplay is getting 1 extra compared to holidays right now. Now, looking over the highlights for each update, I'm actually kind of surprised how many updates brought us everyday gameplay things, especially like the beginning updates. Because honestly, when you look at all the updates, they're surrounded around holidays, so our first impressions of looking at these updates are, oh, it's just holidays. But no, they actually did give us good content for everyday gameplay. It's just honestly not the things that we're looking forward to. It's not something like, I don't know, like Brewster or something. And I think another reason why we look at the everyday play updates that we have gotten as kind of like meh is because, you look at New Leaf compared to New Horizons, and there is so much in New Leaf. We had a whole town area we could go to apart from our village that we lived in. There was also the whole street pass area you could go visit. There was also a whole island you could go visit and play mini games at. And then they added a whole Harv's like campsite. I mean, yeah, we have Harv's Island, but I mean, we don't really go to Harv's Island that often except when it's wedding season. So coming to New Horizons from New Leaf, it's a little disappointing that we still haven't seen content that's similar to New Leaf, or even more. I mean, honestly, I would take things that are different from New Leaf. I'm not saying that we need things from New Leaf in New Horizons. What I'm saying is that there's a lot of content that we're just missing that makes New Horizons feel like it's lacking. Because honestly, when I look at New Horizons, it's almost like a sequel to the GameCube version or Wild World version in my eyes. Because even City Folk had a whole area you could go to that was the city. Don't get me wrong though, New Horizons is at the cusp of being the best Animal Crossing game. It's just, it needs a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more, and I'm hoping that as we come close to the 2.0 update that's gotta be happening soon, that we actually finally start seeing some things that makes the everyday gameplay that much more enjoyable, because that's what makes an Animal Crossing game. Yes, holidays are a big thing for Animal Crossing games, but it's the everyday gameplay aspect. You get on every day just for a little while, maybe like 15 minutes to an hour, just to experience life in this game. But right now it's more of like nobody cares to log on every day because there's not something to look forward to all the time. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, I would love to hear what your thoughts are, so go ahead and leave a comment down below. And if you enjoyed listening to me rant about Animal Crossing, go ahead and subscribe. I make content around anything that I really like, honestly. A lot of that is Nintendo related stuff and thrifting and collecting, so if you're interested in any of that or just want to hear my voice more, which is weird because I have vocal cord issues, then go ahead. And then if you want to see more of my face, I also stream on Twitch on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And then if you want to support me a little further, I have 6 different prints that you can get on my print shop. These are photos that I've taken all around the world, and I just love them so much, and I have them hanging in my house. And, you know, I'm cocky enough to think that maybe they would look good in yours. And if you don't think so, that's totally fine, but I appreciate you at least looking. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.